Hello and welcome to Kezbookreviews. How are you all? Well, it's Friday morning and the last book review for the week, and I must admit, folks, I fell in love with this book here, Under the Boab Tree. Amazing book. And before I tell you anything else about it, I would vote this in as Book of the Month for February 2026. What an amazing book, an amazing story. It really was well written, well versed. I could not put it down. So let me tell you a little bit about the back of it. It says, Jane Chidgey is a fiercely independent, happily single city dweller when she meets Peter Phillips, a director of the mining company where she works as a PA. Seemingly overnight, this never married woman, never fallen in love woman of a certain age abandons everything she believed in. She abandons her life in Melbourne for a life with the man of her dreams, which is Peter Phillip, in the Limpopo Valley in the far north of South Africa. Wow, that really took me for a bit of a swerve after learning how independent she was. Instead of catching the train to work, she now finds herself driving an old Land Rover across the veld, tracking cheaters and becoming grips with the impoverished lives of the local people. And she really does. Her heart goes out to them. With great honesty, wit and warmth, Jane tells her transformation from independent career woman to lady of the lodge on a wildlife reserve and the resultant culture shock. She introduces us to the many colourful characters who populate her new life. The awe-inspiring wildlife becomes a part of her daily existence. And ambitious cheetah rewilding project, herself and Peter start up on the reserve. Fascinating, funny, heartwarming, and at times deeply moving. I had to agree, I was completely swept into the story. This is a wonderful tale of a woman who fell in love twice, first with the man and then with Africa. Now, Jane Chidgey was born in Melbourne in 1952, spent her career as a secretary or a personal assistant in many various companies, including 3 years working in Tokyo for an Australian mining company. Jane's hobbies prior to moving to South Africa was horse moving and golf. She has now given up horse riding and taken up bird watching, and you will read about it in here while the bird watching really takes her time. And it's not just a hobby with Jane, it becomes a lifestyle. So I'll put the details above as I normally do. Truly fascinating book. As I said, could not put it down. Book of the month for me. It really was an amazing book. Thank you, Jane. I felt like I had stepped into your shoes and was walking over the veld myself, especially when you go camping in the Sahara. I did laugh. Thank you so much. And that's it for me for today. I will speak to you next week with another book review. Fabulous author and a fabulous book. Bye from me.